Madison Marmen, and this is News Bin in Session. Today we're going to talk about gerrymandering. We're currently in downtown Towson, which is near one of the most gerrymandered areas in Maryland.
Partisan gerrymandering is the concept by which we are drawing lines to give more seats to one party and to take seats away from another party.
This is about encouraging fairness, checks and balances, and compromise. It's an effort to stem the tide against divisive partisan politics, which are used to suppress any real competition of ideas or honest debate.
Governor Hogan's been very outspoken about this issue, and we're gonna try and see what we can find out about gerrymandering here. What do you think about what's going on right now?
It's inappropriate, and I don't know what the solution is. Maybe divide it around county lines, maybe break it together like that, maybe just roll it up into states, a whole conglomerate. But we need to do something.
What do you think can be done as of right now?
Well, lawmakers are never going to be able to come to some sort of consensus just because a bipartisan system is inherently conflicting.
Gerrymandering? I'm not wondering if you know anything about the topic.
Yes. I'm waiting for a bus, so I'd love to talk to you, but...
So I just talked to a woman. She's a scientist. She works in Baltimore City, and she didn't want to be on camera or anything, but she said, this is nothing new. This is basically a monster, she said. And she says it's a partisan issue on both sides. So we've stopped about 15 people now, and a lot of people haven't heard of gerrymandering. They don't know what it is. So even though this is a really heavily gerrymandered area, we can't seem to find anybody that has a lot of opinions on it, except for one person. So we're gonna head back to see what kind of information we can find.
So how long has it been before?
Maryland is one of the most gerrymandered states in the country, and certainly some of the individual districts are some of the most gerrymandered anywhere. What's unusual about it is the fact that it advantages Democrats. That's true almost nowhere else. Essentially, while the courts have said you cannot draw districts to prevent people of one race from having representation, they have not explicitly said, the High Court anyway, that partisan representation is something that you also shouldn't seek to take into account. So the incentive to not do this is just not there. Yeah, Hogan really wants to make a change to the Maryland district. Yeah. I think, honestly, it is unlikely to happen on its own. I think there is a possibility of a court forcing a change, but any such court decision at the level of the Supreme Court would have a knock-on effect of affecting lots of states. So I don't necessarily see Maryland changing in isolation.
Let's set an example for Washington and for other states and for the nation. Let's send a message to Washington that enough is enough.
We're gonna see what happens with Governor Hogan's legislation, and we'll see what happens with gerrymandering. So give us a thumbs up, like us, subscribe to us at CNS Maryland, and for now, I'm Madison Marmen.